It's Thursday. It's a short week. I'm gutted. This is EveryTrade Behind the Build, episode 17. So, welcome to the end of the week at EveryTrade. I hope you like the midweek episode. Lots of variety in there. And I actually don't think we've had a negative comment yet. No comparisons to my mate down south, which I don't mind, by the way. So we're going to try and bring a few different elements to this episode. We've got a bit on the property development. We're going to go and see how they're doing at Preferred. Very busy company. Thanks to your orders as well. Dale is actually looking after our neighbours next door. Great little bakery this, by the way. Do some amazing treats. We can smell it all the time. Put about 9 stone on since we've had this unit. So yeah, busy week at EveryTrade. Busy end of the week at EveryTrade. Let's have it. So, 2 short weeks on the bounce this week and next week. So I am office bound for most of the day today. Just trying to get my ducks in a row for a big week next week. I find it really hard, the shorter weeks, because you have the bank holidays, and a lot of you guys will know your direct debits and your standing orders don't come out on the bank holidays, and then they all come out on one day. So it's like triple trouble this week, because we'll have Fridays and Mondays and Tuesdays bank direct debits and standing orders all coming out on the same day, which is fine. You know, we'll have the money there, but it really puts a pressure on cash flow because we're not able to actually bring money in. So I've worked really hard to try and get as much cash in the bank this week as possible to make sure that we're okay over these next few days. It's quite hard because this happens quite a few times in the summer. I do love bank holidays, but yeah, it does add pressure onto a lot of business owners, and a lot of business owners that have to pay people and have to pay finance and vans and rent will understand where I'm coming from. So we'll have to rely on my brother in arms, Alex Riddick, to do a little bit of the on-site stuff this week. He's over on one of our developments right now, and he's going to take you around and show you the progress. You saw this house last week, but we're really cracking on. We need to make sure this is ready because all the rooms are rented out to students at the start of the academic year. Over to you, Mr. Riddick.
So we're back in Liverpool on our HMO project. This is the one that we showed to you on Sunday. I'm just going to go inside, have a little look where everyone's up to. The second fix joinery's now started and the tiling's well underway. So we'll go inside, have a look. So all the fire doors and the bathroom doors are now going on. Our team from Manchester are down, Garden Lad, Ross and Ray, to come over and start getting the second fix. So all the bedrooms have fire doors as standard on a HMO due to the fire regs, and then all the en-suites have a standard door. We always try and change our design. We have like a shaker style on the main door, and then each bathroom door is like a linear style door, which is what we try and go for in each property, try and keep them uniform as we progress. But upstairs we'll see Dad and Lad now in action doing their thing. So you can remember last week on Sunday, just banged my head, we were talking about the roof. So we pop out that window, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're back out the window on the roof, and you can see the lads what they've done from Sunday. They've now formed all the GRP, and GRP is basically fiberglass resin for anyone who doesn't know. And as I say, it's the best way we think of doing things. And you can see where it's been formed down the full gully. Which is, you know, it's more future-proof again for us. We just need to top coat this now. The weather's actually good today, so we were going to do today, but they're busy on another job, so this will probably be done on Tuesday now, after the bank holiday. But, you know, it looks much better. There's little flags being stuck in the resin there, but it's much better, as I say, than next door or anyone else that's to do it. Future-proofs it. Water comes in, we've got no chance of ingress, and, you know, there's no better way. So another thing that we do on our properties is we render the full back of them. And the reason why we do it is because we make so many alterations on the back with the windows changing height and size. We obviously put a single story extension on the rear, and because the existing properties are a little bit all over the show, they have a little bit of subsidence, which is all historic. We just render them all, and it gives us that extra coat of protection on the back to aid us in anything in the future. And again, any maintenance, it cuts down it all, and it looks more appealing to anyone who's coming to do a viewing or looking to live in the property. And when we come to get valuation, you know, it looks like we've done a good job. So as you can see, the boys have started just putting the base coat on. The weather's actually good today, but they are, as I say, on another job that we've had to go and do, which I'll show you also today. But the main part has started. That we've insulated the back of the house with insulation boards. This bit doesn't need to be done, and that side of the house has been done from inside. But we'll get this top coated probably towards the end of next week, and we'll be able to show you the rest of it once it's finished. So as you can see on the ground floor, we started preparing it ready for tiling. It's all been SPR'd, and we're going to start getting it down the matting to stop any cracks going forward in the future. We use a traditional tile that we always use in our properties, which is like a 60x60 tile. It's like a white looking type, grey type tile. And we always put them right through the communal area, coming through the front door, right the way through. So it's more of a hard standing, more durability, easier to clean when the tenants move out at the end of the year. Because we used to use laminate flooring all the time, and the older properties that we've got now, they're like 5-6 years old. We're going back in, updating them when the students are moving out, because they are starting to warp. But Paul, who's our tiler, looks after everything for us. He's just finishing the last bathroom off now. So we'll be able to have a little look upstairs at another one that's fully finished, and I'll show you something about what we do and why we do it. So on this shower tray, you can see it's a nice deep profile, and it's also got an upstand. And the reason behind why we do what we do is, when we first started doing student properties, we used to try and put like a flush tray in to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. But over time, people's hair was always getting stuck, we were always getting call outs for maintenance. And the main issue was that all the hair was clogging, the water was overflowing. It was going into the silicone where it never broke, or going over the edge of the shower tray and going downstairs and causing more damage. So what we do to future-proof the properties now is put these deep shower trays in. And as I say, not only are they deep, they have an upstand. So this upstand runs right the way around the whole tray, and then we tile down into the shower tray and then use a silicone bead. So if the silicone bead ever did break, there's no chance of water escaping because you've got this upstand. And if the water does fill up because it's blocked in the shower trap, it gives the tenants enough notice to think there's something wrong here now, because there's water filling up to their ankles. It gives us enough time to get out, see what the problem is, and as I say, most of the time it is hair that's not been cleaned out of the shower trap. So it's a good little tip there for anyone doing student property or HMOs to cut down on your maintenance. As I say, aesthetically doesn't look as good as a flush shower tray, but from a maintenance point of view and being practical, it's the best way forward for us.
So I think Alex is getting better and better on the camera. All this Manc versus 𝗟𝗓 stuff, I've never really subscribed to it. Yes, we like different teams. However, I love the Beatles. I actually got a John Lennon tattoo. Not that that's that important now, but Alex and I just get on, like, business-wise. Like, honestly, we don't have a crossword, and we've not done in probably 5 years now. So show him some love in the comments, because he's actually a really shy person. I noticed someone saying he says quite a bit, but that's a Scouse thing. I do it too, actually. It's quite hard. Maybe it's a northern thing, but yeah, show Alex some love, because that guy is the oracle when it comes to property development and numbers behind the scenes in business. He's brilliant. He's everything I'm not when it comes to business. He loves the numbers, loves the details, loves to get down, and loves the efficiency. Whereas I'm all about the big vision, where we're going, what can we buy, what can we invest, and together we're a good team, and we've got a great team around us. Talking about great team, Dale, the man that actually can do most things, it's ridiculous, is changing the tyres on our baby Grab. Let's take a look. So I'm watching Dale work down there now, and it's brilliant. Honestly, I didn't think a person like Dale existed. Previous to that, we probably had about 3 people doing everything that he covers. Hopefully he's not watching this, and I won't be bigging him up too much on camera, but what a guy. And he's got such a positive attitude, and they're the kind of people that I love to recruit. I really can't work with moaners, emotional vampires, as I call them, just negative people that always look for the problems before they look for the solutions. Solutions are everything in business. So that's it for Thursday. This short week, man. However, a couple of us, Hollywood included, are in tomorrow. So this video does not stop here. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Good Friday. Good Friday to you. However, some of us are working, and some of my loyal staff have come in to help out. So the work must continue. As I mentioned in the last episode, we're having a little issue with grab drivers. We've got a couple of great lads. One we put through HGV, one that was HGV for ages, and we put him through CPC. However, for various reasons, neither of them have been in this week. So that has meant that we've got customers waiting for grabs and aggregate delivery, and we've not been able to do it. But as you know, the legend that is Hollywood has stepped up to the plate. However, he hasn't got any hire experience, so we've had to rely on Dale, who has, to help him. So the dream team that is Hollywood and Dale have gone out to save the day. So I'm downstairs, and the continuing investment in the mechanic side continues, particularly anything HGV. So this apparently is a bead breaker for breaking out the tyres, which has helped Dale change the tyres on the baby grab. But the way I look at it, we'd have to pay someone else to do it, and it might cost a lot initially, but long term, it'll pay dividends and will save a lot of money. For some reason, I've also got about 200 junior kids footballs in the workshop. I hate clutter, but Jay and his obsession with football coaching is now dominating our workshop, so I'll be dealing with that in a bit. Over at Preferred Joinery, we are flat out busy, and Alex, my glamorous right-hand man in Liverpool, is going to show you more. We're also going to take you down a very famous street in Liverpool. Let me know if you guys know which pretty successful Liverpool band started out there.
So we're back at Preferred Joinery. I'm going to give you a little update to show you where we're up to with the jobs that we showed you on Sunday. Let's go and have a little look. So you'll see from Sunday when we went to look at the CNC machines and where we were trying to work out where to put them. So the idea was behind it to put it across the back there, but we need to go in next door to be able to do that. As I say, we're still waiting on that decision. So when that comes forward to us, we're then going to ascertain what's the best way to approach it, and the plan is to try and shift that into there and put it across the back because the size of it's too big. Initially we were thinking of maybe squeezing it in there, which we maybe still could do. We pulled it forward, the rest of the machines, but still a bit of tighter space. So as I say, we're still a bit unsure what's going to happen. The rep's actually coming out on Tuesday to come and see what our setup's like and see what we can fit in. And because we need a 6-metre bed for the pod and rail machine, so we can do stairs, windows and doors, you know, we need a little bit of space. As I say, we're tight at the moment for it, but until next door is done, we're not going to be able to do much, I think. So we'll keep you updated on that. So what are we doing here then, Devo?
Right, this is a hardwood door, a solid hardwood door with 2-ply 3/4 panels and mouldings to sit onto the front.
So you've just been priming them up there, haven't you?
Yeah, you have to prime the ply to stop it rotting on the inside, so it keeps it preserved.
So that ply, what sits inside, isn't it? We put the mouldings on top of that?
Yeah, the moulding will sit on top of the ply. That's over there. Once the door goes together, everything sits in, and then the mouldings will be made separately, and they all sit on.
Yeah, so is this a front entrance door then?
That's the front entrance, yeah. Front entrance
So then,
door.
is that the pieces there then? So
These are the pieces. These are the stiles, solid stiles with grooves to take the ply all the way around the inside on the rails, and this is the mullion, the middle part of the door. The ply will sit into that as well.
So when that's came in then, that's just come in as a fresh raw timber, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's come in rough sawn timber. It's all been planed up to the right size.
And then what have you done to route it out inside then?
Just grooved that onto the air spindle. That's been grooved. Everything's been grooved out, so the ply just sits in nicely. And it's all being primed to protect it inside here to stop it.
Oh, so then plywoods will sit inside there when you bolt it together,
Yeah.
So then what's the little detail there that you've got?
These details here, these are the mouldings that are going to sit on the front of the door. There's a smaller one on the back, on the outside, on the inside of the door, and there's a posher one, a more fancy one on the outside.
So we've got to make them ourselves, have we?
We have to make them ourselves, which we've already got the cutters for them, which are these ones here. These cutters here will create that. Basically.
So you put that in the machine and push it through?
Yeah, we have to put that in a block and run it through, right the way around from the front, and then we have to make a separate moulding to go on the the inside of the door.
Yeah, so you can't buy them mouldings, no? You've got to make them?
No, you can't. You can, but when the customer wants a specific one, we have to make it specifically to roughly that shape. Because obviously the existing door looks pretty much like that. We have to match that exactly, or close enough anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, good. It'll look good, that one's done, won't it?
Yeah, it
What's
will.
the size? What is the width of that full door there?
The width of the door is 46.25 inches wide.
So it's a big door, isn't it?
It's very heavy, yeah, and 85.25 high. So that's a heavy, heavy door. Solid door, yeah.
So if anyone wants a nice hardwood front door, mate, you can come give us a shout.
I'm right here.
Devo's your man. So we've also got 2 sets of straight flight stairs going out to a job that we've already sent windows up in the Lake District. There's still a couple of units to go out for that job, along with these stairs, and it's going to be an Airbnb, so it's nice wide staircase, you can see, solid staircase again from us, nice straight flights, so they're looking good. That's it. So you remember last week we showed you these on Sunday, and all the timber was lined up, all the stiles were getting ready to be made for the boxes, and this is them now put together. Devo is machining the meeting rails, which he's formed here on the sashes, which you can see. And these now what, Danny? What are we doing now? Where are we up to?
Once the glass comes in, we're going to start glazing them.
Glaze them up?
Glaze them up, touch them up, then
Put them together
in the boxes. And there's one spring balance one.
And the rest are all weighted,
boards and weights.
Sound, it's going out prime, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going out prime and painted on site.
So we're nearly there on these ones. So we'll show you them when they're fully finished. So this job is in 𝗕𝗨𝗘𝗔𝗧, 2 casement windows that are going out for a friend of ours up in Manchester. So this lead came through Instagram, to be fair. So I think he's been watching on YouTube as well, asking if we could price these 2 casement windows, which we did. And we were very, very competitive. Now we've been led to believe, as we've seen the other quote he got. But all good, we're still making money, he's happy. So 2 wins on our side. So you can see, you know, Craig's getting ready to just get it all glazed up, aren't you, Craig? What are you doing now?
Just getting it eased in, ready. This is the opening sash.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to machine the sides for the frictions. And make sure it's got enough coverage. It's all okay. Took apart, stripped and painted then.
So yeah, we're painting. We're painting, aren't we?
But I'm going to put our base coat on.
Yeah.
Then one of them on top, and then I think you are doing the rest
doing
of
the
it.
gloss, yeah. It's getting glossed up, isn't it? So when are we going to? Have you ordered the glass yet on it?
I'm not sure, you know.
Yeah, so we've got to order the glass. So you can see some people decide to go with the 𝗕𝗨𝗚𝗟. It's like a manufactured wood. I'm sure they put like some sort of oil or dip it or do something. Someone else will know more than me on it. But you'd either have this or like a hardwood. I'd prefer hardwood, but people like the 𝗕𝗨𝗚𝗟. They like the brand and the name behind it. But yeah, as I say, we've got this one through in quick time because they asked us if we could push it through the factory a little bit quicker. They paid a bit extra to do it and we accommodate it. So, you know, if you are looking for windows to be done at a certain time frame, speak to us and we'll see what we can do. We're not. So this is where we do to rebate it out?
Yeah, 6,000 revs a minute. This is basically where we groove out for the ply. So we have to set the blade up and run it through. And once it's been through, there's your groove. And your ply will sit inside there. The ply that's been primed will sit inside.
So then them details that we put on the front for the moulding.
The mouldings, yeah.
So you clip that onto it?
Yeah. I'll just show you the block that we use to make the
Oh yeah, it goes in the block, doesn't it?
This is the block that we'll use to make the mouldings. You have to get the right cutter in, to a specific cutter, set it up, and then run it through.
And that just rotates then, doesn't it?
That rotates, yeah.
And then you just push down along the side and run it.
That's correct, yeah. Very loud and very, very fast.
Eric's bar now, which is the one that we've recently just done. You can see all the new windows and doors on the front. Looks lovely, this one. All been stained up now and fitted. So you can see there on the door, so we've done the full shop front on this. And the brief was just to replace the existing what was there, but refresh, put new doors and new windows, but put the full casement in so it opens up and lets the light through. They had a floor that was above, so that's why the windows are split, and they wanted one pane of glass so the light can shine right the way through. So if you can see inside, which we might be able to get a bit of a shot of, you can see it's so much better now when you're in there. The finish is brilliant, to be fair.
Chris to Dale. Come in, Dale.
Yes, lad.
Dale, serious question. Who is the best looking person in construction?
Now that is a tricky one.
Okay, who is the best boss in construction?
Obviously you, Mr. Chris Shaw.
You may continue. So, we've invested in some walkie-talkies, which has meant that everyone in the office and myself can speak to Dale downstairs, because that has been a bit of a logistical nightmare. I hope you liked what Alex showed you there at Preferred. We've got so much going on in Liverpool that we just had to show you that side of the business, because we're probably depriving you of some good content, and Preferred is a very, very, very exciting prospect to us. Speaking of Liverpool, we've actually got so much more going on there that we've not even talked about. We're in the process of setting up a letting agent. I think we referred to it in one of the very earlier videos. We've recruited a really experienced property manager, and she's going to run the whole letting side of the business. Our stuff, of which we've got, over 140 odd rooms now, and for other landlords in the city. And eventually, if we get it right, we're going to expand that to Manchester and beyond. We've purchased a shop, and it's got a HMO above and an actual amazing shop front below that we're working on. So Alex is going to show you around that now.
So we've just arrived at what will be our new lettings shop once it's up and running. We bought this building last year, and it's currently tenanted upstairs as a 4-bed HMO, which we'll be converting into a 6-bed HMO once the tenants move out in June. But at the moment, we're refurbishing the existing shop into a nice open plan shop instead, and we're converting the basement so we can have a meeting room downstairs. Now this row of shops we've been trying to buy on for about 2 or 3 years, and we've sent letters to different owners over different time periods, at different meetings trying to speak about buying different properties. We nearly bought the one on the corner, very close to getting it done, but unfortunately it fell through. So this one ended up coming on the market, and we made sure we bought it. We went in a little bit higher than everyone else just to get it, because we wanted to be in this situation, because it's a good student area. This is L18 postcode, but that's an L15 postcode. And as I say, you've got the campus which is down here, so you get a lot of footfall up and down, and it's a nice location to work, have an office, park, good amenities. And yet, so we're going to go in now, show you a little around, see where we're up to, and we're just at the main structural stage at the moment. So as you can see, we're still at the early stages in here. We've done all the major structural works now, so we're moving into the easiest stages of the job. We used to have an infill timber extension on this section, and there was a double 9-inch wall, which was existing going up. We've taken all of that out, built a new elevation on the front, which is out of nice face brick, put the steels in to make an open plan, and it makes it easier for us then to jig the layout round, because we're trying to make the floor plan as big as possible in a small space, which we've got to work with, but still try and fit everything that we need. So behind, we're going to have a canteen area with a bit of a breakout room. There'll be a small toilet here. That section there will be a glass type pod for like a desk and office, which will be separated from the rest of it. The rest of it will be open plan. We'll have nice signage up on the wall, a couple of little posters up as well for design. Going down into the basement, which the guys are working on, is going to be our meeting room come educational room, where we'll have a nice meeting table. We can take people down there if people need to come in for the meeting, or we can do bits of educational stuff that me and Chris are looking to do going forward in the future if people want to learn about property or construction, which is something we know we'll touch on. But the full shop front itself is going to change. You can see at the moment it was just an old timber single pane glass front, but everyone comes in from the side. We're going to close that off and have a nice clear front entrance so you can see right the way through and keep it all nice and light. This is going to have a flat roof, and it's going to have a nice window light in, just to let more light come in, because I'm conscious of not being enough light in here with it being so narrow. But yeah, so how are we getting on then, Chris? I know you've been doing the drains, haven't you?
Yeah, we do the new drain. Sorry. Yeah, we do the new drain rooms, which looks like again 16-inch pipe works. Clay.
Yeah, so it's existing, man.
Existing clay.
There's a P-trap as well, isn't it, at the end?
P-trap on the end. So we got the options. We keep the P-trap, but we so many times we had the problem with the P-traps.
Yeah.
If we remove the P-traps, we need to make a separate ventilation for the building, so which is okay.
Yeah, so what Chris is getting to there on previous properties that we've done, there's been P-traps that have stayed, because there's so many people flushing toilets. As I say, upstairs is going to be a 6-bed HMO, and we're going to have one here, so it's 7 toilets flushing. Sometimes you can have problems if the wrong things do get flushed down there. You can get trapped in the P-trap, and when we've had drainage guys out to fix the problem, it's always come to be in there. So now we just take it out, don't we?
Just take it out and create a fresh
chamber.
ventilation.
So we put a
inspection chamber and separate
yeah.
ventilation for the system.
Yeah. So how are you getting on there now? You've dug it out, haven't you, ready to do? This is going to come up the wall here and come across?
Yes. We dug it out. I sent my list to Danny. So I need to find out Danny. Where is Danny again?
Yeah, where your stuff is.
I know he's busy. I know Danny.
Oh
busy.
yeah, because we've got loads of 6-inch.
Yeah.
So a couple of months back, maybe last year, Chris bought a job lot of 6-inch pipework, and it was never getting used. And it's been in the stores. That's been getting moved around from place to place, as you've seen on the YouTube. So we're trying to utilise as much as we can. So Christine sent a list over to Danny in the office, so we can get it over here and use it rather than paying for it, because it's a little bit more expensive, the 6-inch stuff. But the little pipe behind there, you can see tunnel drainage is for upstairs. That's the upstairs connection that's still in. We're going to have to rejig this temporarily into the new stack and come down and through before we do all the groundwork, haven't we?
Yes.
So we got a lot of amazing feedback about this in the last video. I'm so happy with it. It's outrageous. It looks so mean. There's still a few bits to do. For example, we don't want chrome, do we? Hollywood likes chrome, but he's from Compton. But we need to get rid of that. So Dale's going to do something with that. We're going to tidy a few bits up, black out a few of this bit and that bit. We've got a new lock to fit on here. We're not sure whether we're going to refit the bars here. I think we probably will, because it does look quite mean. So again, they're probably going to have to be sprayed or powder coated. Oh man, the wheels look ridiculous. They're absolutely massive. And look at it. The thing is, it's not just a vanity project anymore. We're actually using it. And I'm not 100% sure we'll carry on using it, but we've added it to the fleet policy, and it probably will come in handy, particularly on the muddy sites we're going as well. We've also got a few bits to do around the front, which I'm not that happy with. We bought a grill. We bought it off Facebook Marketplace, but it needs work, and that actually looks dated for me. That grill there is the bit that really sort of makes it look like an 08 plate. So we found one, but we've got to import it from China that looks a little bit meaner. So that's going to get sorted. I'm not happy with the colour yellow of that, but my mate Derek at Shires is sorting that. But yeah, that's it. And now it's done, we're going to actually put it through its paces and take it green laning, but we've got a little bit to do before we can do that, and I don't really want to damage it. However, I'm absolutely loving it. What do you think? Should we give it away in a raffle or something? Because we've set it up so these can be taken off unless you want. This could be the ultimate EveryTrade merch. Anyway, that's it for this episode of EveryTrade Behind the Build in a beautiful, normal day in Manchester. Click here for Wednesday's episode. Click here and here for episodes I know you've seen before, but you should watch them again, and click here to subscribe to the channel. See you on Wednesday. Have a lovely bank holiday weekend.